Very good afternoon and welcome back to MCA Grounds Colombo 7. Quarterfinals are upon us. It's a double header as we promised. Two very exciting teams are ready to clash against each other. Aitken Spence and Ansell Lanka Private Limited. Stellar performances during the first round. Fairly comfortable in the pre-quarterfinal round. Crucial quarterfinal round waits. And the advantage of the toss. Who will get that? We are just about to find that out. Our match referee for today's game, Mr. Senanandivira, is down at the center together with two captains. It's time to cross over to the center and join Yureshka De Silva.
Okay. So one team has booked their spot in the semi-finals and another important quarterfinals is coming up. It's a few minutes away. So Ansell Lanka comes up against Aitken Spence. So joining for the all-important toss, I have Mr. Senanandivira, the match referee and the captain of Ansell Lanka, Prabhat Dhananjay, and the captain of Aitken Spence, Sasindu Weeraratne. So the home team captain, Sasindu Weeraratne, will flip the coin. Heads is the call. It is tails. Oh, Sasindu, you won the toss, so it's an important game. So what have you planned to do?
Yes, we had a plan to bat first, and we always have a battle lineup is very good, and we have good prepared past week with the practice sessions. So we are targeting to put some 160 on board and giving them a good pressure.
So especially this is a do-or-die stage of the tournament. It doesn't matter how well you perform in the past. So how about the mindset of the players and how you manage the pressure, especially in these kind of games?
Yes, I already spoke with my players, and my guys are very strong, and I have very trust of them. So we are very positive side. So we are planning to go for the semi-finals.
Have a good game. Good luck.
Thank you.
Prabhat, I think කාසියවාසිය පරාජයට පත් වුණා. I think කාසියවාසිය දින්න නම් Ansell Lanka කණ්ඩායම මොකද කරන්න හිටියේ?
බෝල් කරන්න තමයි හිටියේ අපි. අපේ කාසියවාසිය මොකක් වුණත් ටීම් එක ස්ට්‍රෝං මුලින් බෝල් කරන්න හරි මුලින් බැට් කරන්න හරි අපි කොහොමද ප්ලෑන් කරන් හිටියේ මුලින් බෝල් කරන්න එයාලව අඩු ලෝ ස්කෝර් එකකට තියාගෙන තමයි අපි try එක බේසික්ස් හරියට කරලා හොඳ තැන්වල බෝල් කරලා හොඳ good game එකක් දෙන්න තමයි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
ඉතින් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් කොච්චර ලකුණු සංඛ්‍යාවකට ප්‍රතිවාදී කණ්ඩායම සීමා කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවද විශේෂයෙන්ම පන්දු ඇීමේ ශක්තියත් එක්ක Ansell කණ්ඩායමේ
100 120 සීමාව තියාගෙන තමයි try කරන්නේ මේකේ boundaries පොඩ්ඩක් පොඩි හිතනවා අපි 120 වගේ තියාගත්තොත් අපිට හොඳ ඇටැක් එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා.
So පන්දු තරංගයට have a good game. Thank you. And that's the news from the center. Aitken Spence have won the toss and they decided to bat first.
During this tournament, it's been clear trend. Teams winning the toss, deciding to bat first done very well. Aitken Spence, Weeraratne, Arunodya, Kasturarati, Jayapatirana Pereira, Mutalib, strong player, Madhushan, Kularatne, Pradeep Pereira and Nimal Pereira. For Ansell, Prabhat Dhananjay, Jayaranga, Lakruan, Sanjeeva Silva, Sampath, Harshana Deshapriya, Piris, Ekanayak and Chetana. Both the teams looking to give out their best. I was about to say teams winning the toss, quite keen on batting first and putting a good score on the board. They've done exceedingly well percentage-wise. 58.86 of the matches have been won by teams batting first and teams batting second. They've had torrid times, 41.17. So it's in favor of Aitken Spence. Early advantage is with Aitken Spence. Whichever the case, we had a very, very interesting encounter. One of the tournament's favorites going down against McLaren's. They just put up a stellar performance on the day. As they say, it's about what you're bringing during the day. Now we can see two umpires is about to walk into the middle. Ansell, very good team, winning 3 out of 5 during the first round, comfortable in the pre-quarterfinals. Same goes with Aitken Spence. And against McLaren's, interestingly, they managed to beat McLaren's. McLaren's gained strength as the tournament progressed. Eventually, Aitken Spence going down twice in the tournament, but somehow did just enough to reach the pre-quarterfinal rounds. And pre-quarterfinal, just as I mentioned, was a very, very comfortable one for them, and hoping to book their place in the semi-finals. This should be another very interesting game of cricket here at MCA grounds. Hot and sunny. This outfield, you're gonna enjoy being out there. Well maintained, immaculately prepared, and always in great shape. Fielders enjoying themselves diving around. And Ansell would have preferred to bat first, but now they have to keep the opposition down to a manageable score. I think 160, below 160 would be the score they're having in mind. But Aitken Spence, I can tell you, they have a very, very strong batting lineup. It's about sticking to basics, cutting down on mistakes. Whichever the teams, just like the game during the morning session, McLaren's did lesser number of mistakes, and as a result, winning the game quite comfortably at the end. And Ansell in the field, it's crucial cutting down on your mistakes. Two strong looking batters out there in the middle. Everything to play for. Deshaun De Silva, one of the stronger performers. He was the leading wicket taker for a fair distance during this tournament, and he'll be hoping to bring out his best. True all-rounder. When you look at most valuable players during this tournament, he's definitely one of them, alongside Madhushankar, Pasidhu Pathum, and there are few players already raised their hands up and indicated what they are capable of. Two more finals being worked off simultaneously at the Masonette grounds, and this will be a crucial one. Right at the beginning, 24 teams vying for glory, divided into 4 groups, 6 teams each, and we found few one-sided games and fairly even context in between. And once you reach the pre-quarter final round, it's about bring out your best, playing out of your skins. Deshaun Silva, strong bowler, excellent so far during this tournament. Dinendra Kastriarachi, so he's a capable batter. 55, that's his best. 25 matches, 457 run average, and strike rate nothing special, but on a special day it's about delivering your best. And his partner Thilina, he'll be hoping to get them off to a good start. And as you can see, the ground staff spreading a little bit of water to get the dust away. That's a nice looking dog, I can tell you. Must be a companion of the ground staff. Deshaun Silva, 32 matches, 44 wickets, 6 for 20. High class, high caliber. 18.2 is his average on 3 occasions, picking up 3 wickets or more. They've started off the campaign really nicely. Was one of the unbeaten teams going into their 4th game. Unfortunately, didn't do too well during their final group stage matches, but done enough to reach the quarter-final. Here's the first ball. Very well bowled. Almost always there and thereabout. He's a very strong performer. Someone who believes on accuracy. Knowing his limitations, knowing his capabilities and strength. Almost always pitching the ball in and around good area, and eventually extending the invitation to all the batters to do something special to score quick runs against him. That's been his try and tested method. Oh, I like that. Away movement, playing on the back foot straight to the fielder. Very conventional field setting. Backward point. Very busy area during this tournament. You more or less get your best fielder patrolling that direction. Crucial position. Plenty of traffic towards that direction. Deshaun Silva once again. Short pitch, and given the punishment it deserves. I mentioned about he's always been there and thereabout, but not on that occasion. Way too short at his pace. Stood up really nicely. How about that for a pull shot? Excellent piece of timing. I doubt he tried to hit it too hard. That's excellent batting. Goes to tell you his strength when it comes to attack. Oh, excellent comeback. Slower through the air. Foot outside the off stump, moving further away. There you go, giving the indication batter was reading the bowler well enough. Slower delivery, almost always useful. It doesn't matter at the beginning or at the end. Usually, faster bowlers using slower ball as a weapon during the latter stage of the innings, but Deshaun Silva demonstrated it can be used at any stage. Good hands. Straight to the fielder for no run. It's a great feeling starting the account with a huge 6. Dinendra, Telina. Two openers hoping to get them off to a very good start. If they can score around 40, maybe 60 runs inside the first power play, that will definitely set the pace, set the tone. Once again, straight to the fielder for no run. So after being hit for a 6, strong comeback. First over done, 6 for no loss. Similar sort of start for both the teams during the first game. Sportylk as well as McLaurin's. Telina Pereira, strong looking left-handed, 195 runs, 61 and 250s. He's on the up, improving. And today he knows for a fact it's a pressure game. No room for error. Prabhat Dhananjay, very canny operator, 49 wickets, 4 for 20. His best 22.65, 4.75. That's high quality. On 3 occasions, picking up 3 wickets or more. Spinner, we've seen this. We seldom see 2 faster bowlers operating from both the ends at the beginning, and we've seen enough and more teams opening up with 2 spinners, left arm orthodox spin bowlers in particular against right-handers. Very conventional outfield, plenty of fielders of course on the offside. Got away, very good piece of fielding. It's just a matter of getting past the infield. Would have at least gotten them 3 runs if not a boundary. Struck well enough. Very well done. 110% commitment you're gonna need in crucial encounters like this. Intent, body language, energy. That'll keep you in the game. You know for a fact you performed outstandingly well. So you got all the reasons to trust your talent. Once again towards the same direction. This time makes no mistake. First wicket goes down strong. Looking right left-hander. Dinendra out for 6. Wasn't the best piece of bowling, but the shot selection. He made a mistake. Taken the aerial route and he perishes. There you go. That was there to be hit. Big gap. Front of the square. So he decided to go a little finer and finds a fielder. First wicket goes down. Prabhat Dhananjay, just as we mentioned, deceiving. Sanjeev Deshapriya takes a good catch. Dinendra Kasturiarachi out for 6. There's never a right moment for you to lose a wicket, but at the beginning, inside first power play, you got to keep enough wickets in hand. Teams far too often losing the initiative by losing wickets inside first power play. If you lose, it's hard to come back. Manula Kularatna, strong looking player. 6 half centuries wouldn't be a bad time for him to get past that. 59 runs, former Peter Wrights if I'm not mistaken. Strong player. Good to see few very talented school leavers representing their respective mercantile establishment and performing outstandingly well, though we are going down the divisions. The quality of cricket in mercantile F division and the level of competition, very, very good. Sharp turn, played off the back foot straight to the fielder for no run. If he decides to bat first, you got to take those opportunities and pick up boundaries, especially inside the first power play. Nicely played, but straight to the fielder. Right now, by picking up a wicket, Ansell Lanka set the tone. Incredible energy, just about all the fielders. Very vocal. Sharp turn, played off the back foot straight to the fielder. Everything going according to a plan so far for Ansell Lanka Private Limited. There's another team from Ansell Textiles. They're no longer in this tournament. Lost their pre-quarterfinal rather. Once again, a carbon copy of the previous delivery. Excellent over, wicket being taken. 2 down, 7 for 1.
In the heart of Colombo.
It's been proven in the early game. Score of around 165. A match-winning score. McLaurin's done exactly that. One would have thought 185, maybe 190 would be a demanding ask. Nicely bowled. This time he was conscious about the importance of keeping it down. His partner perishes by trying to take the aerial route, and Tilina, having been in the other side, decided to keep that one. Very well bowled. Only thing was missing there was an edge. Excellent piece of bowling. Onto the wicket-keeper's gloves. Smelling the outside edge. Take a look at it. Not too far away. He's getting closer and closer. He's into his 9th delivery so far. Done a single mistake by pitching that one short on that occasion. Strong looking left-hander went over mid-wicket region and got a 6. That's good cricket. Gentle hands, work that one away and get a single. Right throughout this tournament, we mentioned about the number of dot deliveries and the national team suffering from that. Too many dot balls. And even in this tournament, even though teams went on to score big, 50 balls per innings, which means out of 120 deliveries, you are scoring off just 70 balls. Just imagine a situation where you are cutting down the number of dot deliveries to just 30. Things would have been much better. Would have been even more exciting tournament, I'm sure, as the quarterfinals, the rest of the quarterfinals as well as the semi-finals approaches. Teams will be mindful of that. An edge gone down. There was a slip specifically for that purpose. Deshaun Silva gets that nice away movement. Found the outside edge. Just eluding the diving slip fielder. Dhananjay, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Prabhat Dhananjay. Stretching to his left. Just didn't stick. Chance gone a begging. How costly would that be? Manula Kularatne, a reprieve. Well bowled. Clever operator. When you're playing a tournament like this, a very competitive one with a participation of 24 teams, you should know your strengths and weaknesses. Just like that, found the outside edge. Unfortunately for Deshaun Silva, would have been another wicket. Not to be. Ideally, that slip fielder should have stayed little closer to the wicket keeper. He was little too wide to my liking. Gets a single. Singles, as usual, not going to do any harm for the team bowling. It's about keeping them down to a decent score. 3 done, 11 for 1. Very important stage. Both openers were hoping to set the tone. Rabat once again not providing room outside the off stump from time and time again. He's getting that sharp turn. As usual, you get a little bit of extra bounce. Playing on a mat ideally provide you the opportunity of be good at playing horizontal shots and be good at playing faster bowlers. Your reflexes, you get good at handling the bounce. That one kept low. Interestingly, he picks up his second. Inside edge onto the stumps. Another one bites the dust. Wasn't the start Aitken Spence was hoping for. 2 down for 12. Not too many runs. Pressure. At times pressure does weird things. Here's a classic example. Off the back foot, try to blast that one inside edge, and interestingly kept little low, and that was enough. Prabhat picks up another wicket. Wicket taker by nature. Right now, Ansell Lanka is in front. Thilinda Perera is out for 2. Prabhat picks up his second. 2 down, not too many runs on the board. Not the sort of a start you would hope for, especially in a knockout game, in a quarter-final. Now you can immediately spot the body language for Ansell Lanka fielders. Immediately gone up, confidence levels, that feel-good factor. This will definitely help them to bring out their best. And here's young Akram Muttalib, former Trinidadian, very strong player, huge responsibility, highest of 162. Goes to tell you what I was just mentioned, 200s, 850s. He's a player who can construct an innings, and this stage they will definitely aim to stitch out a partnership. Pulled away. If it's there to be hit, you got to pick up runs whenever possible. That was short enough, and excellent footwork by Akram Muttalib. Rock back, keep it down, picks up a single, off the mark. Very, very important. As long as you're not conceding a dot delivery, I mean, you should feel good about it. There will be boundaries from time to time. That's cricket. On the block hole. Very good so far. 10 deliveries. He conceded just 3 runs and already picked up 2 wickets. Just the kind of stuff the skipper was hoping from you. A little bit of extra bounce. Once again, that fielder charging in from the edge of the boundary. Excellent cricket. Just a matter of keep it going now. Well played, but once again straight to the fielder. Partially stopped. Concedes a single, nothing more than that. Very, very good over. Just concede 3 runs and already take 2 wickets. 4 done, 14 for 2.
In the heart of Colombo, where
Trusting your ability, consistently sticking to basics. That's the mantra. Just about all the teams who have done seriously well during this tournament. And Ansell so far done exactly that. Prabhat brought into the attack with the expectation of picking up wickets. He already delivered. Kavisha Sampath is into the attack. Straight to the fielder. Just cannot ask for a better start. He's been brought into the attack. Roll his arm over. Extra bit of bounce does the trick for Kavisha Sampath. 3 down for 14. Things fast going down for Aitken Spence. Tall player, of course. Angled in towards the batsman. As a result, he just couldn't avoid it. Just help it on its way to the slip fielder. Says thank you so much. There you go. Just the way to go about it. Extra bit of bounce always on a mat. Prabhat Dhananjaya takes another good catch. Kavisha Sampath just cannot ask for a better start. This could be his lucky day. Been brought into the attack straight away. Picks up a wicket. 3 down for 14. Strong Aitken Spence stuttering now. Now they have absolutely no options but to stitching out a partnership. That's never a best position to be in. Ideally, you should be on the lookout for quick runs, picking up boundaries with the field restrictions are on. Sasnidhu Velaratne, best of 38. Not too much of batting pedigree, just 180 runs, strike rate and average, nothing much. So bit of an all-rounder. It doesn't matter. What matters when it required the most, if you can come up with the best performance. Here's Sampath's figures: 5 for 10. He's a proper wicket taker, 21.61. Economy, very good. And he has picked up a 5-wicket haul already. I like his rhythm. Very sharp. Good deal of pace. Almost always keep the batters on their toes. As a fast bowler, just the right formula you'll be hoping for. Akram Muttalib, on the other hand, very talented. Someone who's capable of playing the sheet anchor role. That's the previous dismissal. Not too many slip catches, and we've hardly seen teams deploying slip feeders inside the first power play. Just as I said, it's about trusting your playing patterns, backing your players, and that'll do the job. They know exactly what their strengths and weaknesses are, and playing like a team who knows about it, feeling the deep, does a good job. Two batters initially considering the possibility of the second run, but I thought was the right call by the non-striker. Sasnidhu, who's on 1, Akram, who's on 2. This is not the stage for you to occupy the crease, building up an innings. Not too many deliveries remaining inside the first power play. Very confident looking drive on the offside, but straight to the fielder. At this stage, Ansell Lanka, they don't need to do anything out of the ordinary, just about keep doing the same. Not too many extras, no half trackers apart from that short delivery by Deshan De Silva during the first over. Lovely, good hands, just helped it on its way for his first boundary. Sasnidhu Velaratne already demonstrating why he is batting at number 4. Huge responsibility. This will definitely add some momentum. They were stagnant for a brief period after losing 3 wickets. This will definitely give a little bit of leverage for batters coming down the line. Skipper, so obviously walking into the middle with huge responsibility. Looking at the scoreboard, already gone down 3 wickets. Oh, that's fabulous cricket. Fine tickle, gets another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries makes it an expensive over. Already 12 runs, and that's the completion of Kavisha Sampath's first over. That's good cricket. Let the ball come on to you, work the way, gets a boundary. 5 down, 24 for 3.
At the Mercantile Cricket Association, passion for the game starts young. The MCA Academy welcomes boys and girls under 13, 15 and 17. We go beyond the basics, teaching them leadership, public speaking and the importance of sportsmanship. The MCA Academy, nurturing champions, one game, one lesson at a time.
Five overs done. Ansell Lanka well and truly on top. As Prabhat Dhananjaya, 2 overs bowled, 2 for 4. searching for his third. Another single. Prabhat Dhananjay is leading from the front here. They got a really good start. They got 3 early wickets inside the power play. Sachin Duleratne solidly behind the ball. Again, onto the front foot. Presented the full face of the bat. 2 dots in a row. It's a dream spell of bowling from Prabhat Dhananjay. The loosener outside the off stump should have put away. Okay, another dot one to finish. Beg your pardon, just there's another one delivery to go. He goes for it, but just a single. A single down to long on. Sachin Duleratne keeps the strike. 6 overs done. Aitken Spence 26 for 3.
In the heart of Colombo, where
Chatura Sanjeev, 32 matches, 31 wickets. 4 for 8 is the best. An impressive economy. Left arm orthodox spinner is brought into the attack. Comes Chatura Sanjeev, slip in place. Started off with a wide. A wayward one. Comes Chatura Sanjeev. Again another one. A repeat of the previous one. And that's the line he should be. Brilliant line and length, just outside the off stump. Full toss. I placed it beautifully for a boundary. Sachin Duleratne timed it really well. Fully committed, just checked it. Look at that. Just flown away past the deep cover. Sachin Duleratne, he's into a very good start. 14 of 11. It's not an ideal start from Chatura Sanjeev, the left arm orthodox spinner. Again another full toss, straight to extra cover. Again another full toss, this time goes down the ground.
Akram Muttalib. He batted brilliantly in the pre-quarterfinals. Now he has a massive job to do here in the quarterfinals to take his team. Okay, that's too close to cut. Spun into the left-hander. Here comes Chatura Sanjeeva. Worked away nicely into the leg side. Thought about the second. Was sent back immediately. 8 runs off the over. 7 overs done. Aitken Spence 34 for 3. Seven overs done here. There's plenty of time left. Again, too wide. And cuts it. That was protection. Sweeper cover. 2 runs to Akram Muttalib. A loosener from Prabhat Dhananjay, who's having a brilliant spell here. It's into the 4th over. He's bowling himself out straight away. The skipper. Again. Thought about second run again. Akram Muttalib is a brilliant between the wickets. It's very quick. Sasindu Velarata. Skipper of Aitken Spence is looking to build a partnership with Akram Muttalib. That's 37 runs in the 8th over. He's going at a rate of 4.93. This goes for the big one. And it's some maximum. Goes over deep mid wicket. Picked it up really well. Picked up from outside the off stump. Sasindu Velaratna hit it with the spin. And it goes out of the park. It's a brilliant hit. He's in a very good touch. Sasindu Velaratna, 21 of 15. Comes Prabhat Dhananjay again. That's the first boundary he conceded. It's a ring of fielders outside the off stump. Short third man, backward point, cover point, and covers. That's where he needs to be with the field he has set. A very good comeback from Prabhat Dhananjay. Again, very good bowling and equally well played by Sasindu Velaratna. 8 overs done. Aitken Spence 43 for 3. Here's Prabhat Dhananjay. 4 overs bowled, 15 for 2. It's a brilliant spell.
In the heart of Colombo, where
Sanjeeva Peiris, 21 matches, 24 wickets. Best bowling performance, 4 for 17. a very good economy rate and very good average as well. Aitken Spence, they have a very good start. So right arm gentle medium bowler Sanjeeva Piris. Ansell Lanka got 3 early wickets. They're looking for another. Coming round the wicket against the left-hander. It's worked away nicely by Akram Muttalib. He looks very solid. He is a man in a mission. He's looking to build a partnership here. He's trying to play the anchor role and trying to hold this inning together, Akram Muttalib. And on the other hand, Sasindu Weeraratne is a strong man. He's pouncing on these bowlers. And solid Sasindu Weeraratne. Plenty of time left in this game, in this inning, to get themselves to a very good score. Could have been a wide delivery. Through his hands at it. It's a very good fielding at extra covers. It was hit so hard, it went like a bullet. He got a very good hand to it. Saved a certain boundary there. Again, he goes up. He goes for a big shot. That should have been taken. A misjudged by the fielder. He had a lot of ground to cover, but went so high up in the air. It was skied up. He got to the ball. Somehow he overran it. A complete misjudgment from the fielder. Could have been the 4th for Ansell Lanka. This time it's taken. We were talking a lot of good things about Akram Muttalib. Can be the commentator's curse. Finally, Sanjeeva Piris, he got his wicket, and Aitken Spence lose their 4th. Came round the wicket, they angled in, just took the outside edge and went straight to backward point. Beg your pardon, short third man there. There are 2 short third man fielders there. Akram Muttalib departs for 8. And Aitken Spence in trouble. 45 for 4. Nirmal Pereira, it's a new batsman in, a right-handed batter. 5 matches, 38 runs, 17 is the best. Yet to score a half century. Has a big responsibility on his shoulders. Solidly played. End of a brilliant over from Sanjeeva Piris. 2 runs and a wicket. 9 overs gone. Aitken Spence 45 for 4.
In the heart of Colombo.
Now getting closer to the halfway mark. Here's a replay of the previous wicket. He couldn't control that shot. A little bit of extra bounce did the damage for Akram Muttalib. Here comes Chatura Sanjeeva, the left arm orthodox spinner. Two right-handers in. It's a smart move to keep Chatura Sanjeeva on the attack. Look at that delivery. Came back with the arm and bounced as well. Look at that. Look at the extra bounce. The batter was surprised. Came short. Straight to the fielder. 3-dot deliveries. It's not going well for Aitken Spence at the moment. It's all going Ansell Lanka's way. That was too straight and swept away for a boundary by Sasindu Velaratne. A welcome boundary for Aitken Spence. Look at that. Kept his eyes on the ball. Kept the ball down along the carpet. A beautiful sweep shot. After 3-dot deliveries, Chatura Sanjeeva tried to do too much. Has pitched it too straight. And it was easy pickings for the batter, who is in a very good touch. Again, shot wide outside the off stump and cut away for a single. 50 comes up with that single for Aitken Spence. It was a hard earned 50 runs so far, with an exceptional bowling effort of Ansell Lanka. This Nirmal Pereira facing Chatura Sanjeeva for the first time. Short and straight to Chatura Sanjeeva. It was too quick. I tried to pull the ball, and with the extra bounce, it pops it straight to Chatura Sanjeeva. 5th one down for Aitken Spence. Look at that. It was kind of seam up delivery. Was quicker. He had no time to rock back and pull that delivery. With an extra bounce, it did the trick. Nirmal Pereira departs for naught. Caught and bowled by Chatura Sanjeeva. We are the halfway mark of the first inning of the second quarter final. Aitken Spence, 50 runs, and half of the side is back in the pavilion.
Toss deciding to bat first. Aitken Spence lost their way somewhat. 5 down for 50. And once again made the mistake of going aerial, but there are no fielders in the deep. Valiant effort. Couldn't prevent the boundary. Much needed one. Sasindu Velaratne, the skipper, he's going great gun. Better than a runner ball. 31 of 26 deliveries. Now with that wonderful boundary over the top. But he needs someone to stick with him. Just under 10 overs remaining. And I can tell you 160. That's the minimum here at MCA grounds. Well bowled. Once again he goes aerial. And straight to the fielder. Cardinal mistake. On 2 occasions he already got a boundary. It's just about milking few singles and stay out there in the middle. But skipper decided against it. Paid a heavy price. Now 6 down. Looking down the barrel. This is not good. This is not smart cricket. Yes, it was there to be hit, but you got to keep it down. And aren't they happy? Catching fairly good, apart from dropping one chance at mid-wicket. Skipper not making the right choices. Chetana took a very good catch. Sanjeeva Pieris takes another wicket. Right at the beginning of this tournament, Ansell Lanka winning 3 out of 3, one of the unbeaten teams going into 4th round of matches. Delisha, the new batsman now. Take a look at it. 2 new batters in the middle, and we are in the 11th over. This is the stage where you need 2 settled batters. Ideally, Sasni Duvela Ratna stayed out there for at least 7 more overs. Would have been the right way to go about it, but unfortunately, skipper made the mistake. Wasn't the right shot selection, unfortunately. 6 down for 54. They are a very, very good team. Early in the day, we saw how good McLaren's played. They defeated one of the tournament's favourites. But team goes on to defeat McLaren's. Things not going according to a plan. This is horrendous. 6 down. You're leaving the job for the tail-enders. That's that final dismissal. Just helped it on its way. Bit of a catching practice. And fielder says thank you so much. Things getting tougher and tougher. Dilesh Aruno, the 13 matches, 144, 30 of highest, 125.22. Whether you're good with a bat, not so good with a bat, right now, your responsibility is to bat out the remaining overs. Let's it go. I'm starting to wonder whether he's heard what I said. Torrid times. You ideally set the pace. McLaren's classic example did fairly well in the early stages. Middle pace, well paced. Amarasekara controlling things out there in the middle really nicely, going for a single, readily available. There aren't any fielders inside 30-yard circle. Sanjeev Puris, excellent return into his second over, 1.4 overs, and already picked up 2 wickets. Malaysia, Jayapatirana, 18. Basically nothing to talk about his batting, predominantly in the side as a bowler. Top order batters didn't took up the responsibility. Yes, it's the shortest format, but that doesn't mean you need to hit everything out of the park. Poor shot selection again and again. After losing 2 wickets earlier on, ideal way to go about is trying to stitch out a partnership. Instead, they kept go on the hunt for boundaries and paid a way too heavy price. Excellent over, 11 done, 55 for 6.
In the heart of Colombo.
With every wicket going down, with every dot ball, pressure mounting. Aitken Spence, it's fair to say they just dig a hole for themselves to bury on. Delisha and Malaysia, something special, something very, very special got to give. Once again, the wicket taker on his first over, Kavisha Sampath back into the attack. Try and tested formula. Deploying seamers who've done well in the first round as well as in the second round. And the spinners settling in immediately, making things tougher for the batters. Ansell Lanka, at this stage, the favourites to win this game. Let's it go. Got no other options left. We just cannot lose another wicket here. They will be anyway in danger of bowling inside 20 overs. That's embarrassing to say the least. We've spoken about 160. Right now, looking at the way things panned out, 160 quite clearly out of the equation. Let's it go. It's about survival. This is definitely not what you've planned for. Training for months and weeks, doing so well in the first round. Comfortable victories in the pre-quarter final round. You're arriving at this game with high hopes. But the approach, not the right one. Once again, lets it go. Right on top of the tram line. Umpire unmoved, very close for being a wide. Dot delivery is mounting. The chances of reaching semi-final slowly but steadily fading. Unless, of course, someone come and do something very, very special. Seldom see during this tournament, especially after losing 5 wickets. That's a wide and most welcomed, I have no doubts. It's been a struggle after losing 3 wickets earlier on. Instead of trying to stitch out a partnership, just maybe try to bowl it too quick. Seeing the batter is under pressure. Always good to see people flocking in to watch exciting mercantile cricket. You can hear the sounds of big match going on at SSC Anand Nalanda, a famous big match. And always good to see a few people breaking in for lunch here at MCA grounds. Calm, quiet, nice, close, club-like atmosphere. You always enjoy playing or watching cricket here. Wonderful facility, of course. Practice nets, indoor nets, basketball courts. Just the place to be if you are a sport enthusiast. Very close, but close enough, says the umpire. Just 2 runs off that over. 12 done, 57 for 6. When you are reaching the quarterfinals, knockout stage, it's about bring out your best on the day. Sanjeeva, very unassuming, not the tallest lad, but from time to time getting a little bit of bounce as he hits the seam. Interesting looking action, impart great deal of backspin as a result. Got a little bit of extra bounce, unassuming bounce, disconcerting for just about all the batters. There you go. An edge. Another one bites the dust. Wickets going down like a deck of cards for Aitken Spence. Things gone their way. Just about the tossed. Other than that, the rest not falling into the right places. But for Ansell, faster bowlers, seamers, and the fielders, they've been very, very good. Now 7 down. They are in danger of ball inside, well inside 20th over. Malaysia Jaya Patirana, the man out for naught. What's our guy doing there? He's supposed to be here. Must be enjoying his time meeting friends. There you go. Always a great feeling having a chat with your fellow cricket players. Just as I mentioned, it's a nice place to be, to meet your friend for meetings, for your leisure time. This being this question. Srinath Pereira, tail ender. Nothing much to talk about it apart from averaging 14.14, highest of 20. Well bowled. He could be very, very useful moving on to the semi-finals. Very unassuming, and interestingly, on a mat, he gets a little bit of extra bounce, and it's been proven so far disconcerting for just about all the batters. 3 for 8, excellent figures. And having realized the weaknesses of just about all the batters, he just about getting there and thereabout, outside the off stump, in line with the stumps. Nothing much, nothing special, basic, accurate bowling. Wicket and 2 runs so far. Once again, not too far away from the inside edge. This is excellent. Now we saw one of the favourites going out of the tournament here in the morning. Camera LK no more. Very powerful side, but unfortunately wasn't good enough today. Ansell already looks like the favorite to win this game. Concedes another single. 3 overs, 3 for 10. Brilliant. 60 for 7.
In the heart
7 more overs remaining. That's a long time in T20 cricket. We've seen teams scoring 15 and over at this stage had they kept wickets in hand. It was a classic case, scoring around 12 runs during the last 5 overs. That's exactly what McLaurin's did. They've needed something similar, but unfortunately so far it didn't really materialize. Off the backward, really nice. Good techniques for a tail ender, gets another single. Kavisha Sampath looking to pick up his second wicket. It's a busy day here at MCA grounds. It's a double header. MCA Fairfirst F Division T20 tournament reaching the quarterfinals. Best 8 team clashing against each other. Only 4 will earn the place to be in the semi-final. Not too far away from, of course. Try to blast that one down the ground. Upper part of the bat. No real timing as a result. Only managing to pick up a single. Fielders understandably calm and composed. High on confidence. T20 cricket, we often spoken about it. It's about momentum, confidence, belief. And having taken 7 wickets now, they believe they've done well enough. But their job is only half done. You never know. Cricket is a funny game. And even during this tournament, we've seen teams have struggled to go past 110, 105. And team bowling have won on few occasions. They must be hoping something similar. But right now, getting 100 inside 6.3 overs remaining, that's a challenging ask with only... Oh, that one kept low, interestingly. You generally don't see variable bounce on a mat, but just maybe hitting the shinier part of the ball and as a result skidding. There you go. He was shaping up for a punch off the back foot. That one kept low, luckily away from the stumps. More people flocking in, more support for both the teams. Wild Hoik, no real conviction, unfortunately. Things going down, when it's going down, it's really quickly goes down. Classic case with regard to Aitken Spence, won an important toss immediately, did the right thing, there's no question. We mentioned about which teams have won the most games, batting first, 58+%. Not too far away from the outside edge, completes another brilliant over. 14 done, 63 for 7. Looking at the MCA car park, you can hardly find any room to park your vehicle. I'm starting to wonder. The big match has an effect on that. Pires into his 4th over. Not too far away from the stumps. This is the benefit of sticking to basics. There you go. That whippy action, imparting great deal of backspin as a result. Got the ball to bounce extra bit. Not by much, just maybe inch or 2. And that was enough for him to do the damage. Serious damage being done. Well bowled. Down the ground, just a single. So things have slowed down considerably. We are in the 15th over. At this stage, you would ideally hoping to go after the bowling instead. Aitken Spence batters fighting for survival, not anymore. 8th wicket gone down. Sanjeev Pires picking up his 4th. Only 2 occasions during this tournament bowlers have picked up 5 wickets or more. Sanjeev Puris with 3 deliveries remaining in with a good chance. Nothing special. Stump to stump bowling. I mentioned it's about sticking to your basics and cutting down the mistakes. When you try to do something out of the ordinary, when you try to do something spectacular, this is exactly what happens. Out for 2. No real contribution. If they are to come back into this game, come back into winning ways, they're going to need something incredible. Seldom seen during this tournament. There are a few instances, of course. Teams have lost 7 wickets, 6 wickets without scoring 80 runs. Lahiru Madhushan, no real batting pedigree. He's a tail ender in the side for his bowling. Every run matters. They've got just over 5 overs remaining. If they can score 36 more runs, they'll reach 100. So in that way, they at least get a score to bowl at once again. Getting past the outside edge, not too far away from it, deservedly so. Aiming for a 5-wicket haul. Not too many during this tournament. Just on 2 occasions, there has been stellar performances with the ball in hand. Closer wouldn't be so bad, in line with the stumps. That's the method delivering him the results, desired results so far during this innings. Here's the final delivery in his spell. Sanjeev Puris flicked away for a single, no 5-wicket haul, but an outstanding spell. 4 overs, 12 for 4. You'll take that any day of the week. So that's the completion of the 15th. Aitken Spence, unfortunately, is tottering. 65 for 8.
In the heart of Colombo, where...
Alright, fine, to the last 5 overs of this inning. Deshaun Silva is into the attack. 2 overs, none for 10. Things are not looking really good for Aitken Spence. They won the toss. They decided to bat first. This crucial quarter-final. Look where they are. It's a tragedy for them. 8 down for 65. 5 overs remaining. Only 2 wickets left. Dinesh Arunodya and Lahiru are the 2 batters out there. A very good ball is dropped in front of the wicket keeper, and for an extra run. Dinesh Arunodya is a tall, fast bowler. He has a job to do with the bat. Deshaun Silva, a right arm, a gentle medium bowler. He goes up in the air. 9 down. That's the first wicket for Deshaun Silva. Dinesh Arunodya just tried to pull the ball. Caught the upper part of the bat and went straight up in the air. Look at that. His eyes were nowhere. Just a wild swing. 9 wickets down. Dinesh Arunodya is a man to depart. He departs for 6. Aitken Spence 66 for 9. The last man in for Aitken Spence is Sanjay. Sanjay Pradeep, left-handed batter. 3 matches, 9 runs. Highest runs is 4. There's 28 deliveries still remaining. This is an absolute disaster for Aitken Spence. This is not what they've expected. They had a very good batting unit. All fell apart. Oh my goodness. Just went above the stumps. Went just above the middle stump. That delivery. Very close. Could have been clean up. Here comes Deshaun Silva. So fights. It's a very good over. Got the edge. Missed by the wicket keeper. That should have been taken. Was bounced a little bit. The height of Deshaun Silva. Got the shoulder of the bat and went above the wicket keeper. Here comes Deshaun Silva. Can play it uppishly. Falls in no man's land. Aitken Spence batters trying so hard to throw their wickets away. The last delivery of this over. Only 3 runs given away. And that's the end. That's the end of a very poor performance from Aitken Spence with the bat. Got the outside edge. This time, wicketkeeper, he made no mistake. And Deshaun Silva cleaned up the tail of Aitken Spence. Sanjay Pradeep departs for 1. Aitken Spence, they all out for 68. It was an absolute disaster. After winning the toss, electing to bat first. There's a happy camp of Ansell Lanka. They have 69 runs to win in 20 overs. A brilliant performance with the ball by Ansell Lanka. They were outstanding from the ball number 1. Here's a batting performance of Aitken Spence. Only Sasil Velaratne got 31. The rest of the batters, no one actually got to double figures. Looks like a telephone number. Sasil Velaratne got 31 of 27. And Aitken Spence is bundled out for 68. It's a very disappointed batting card for Aitken Spence. It's a happy bowling card for Ansell Lanka. Deshaun Silva, Prabhat Dhananjay got 2 wicket each. And Kavisha Sampath Chatura Sanjeev got 1 wicket each. And the pick of the bowlers is Sanjeev Piris. 4 for 12. All 5 bowlers contributed with the wickets. And look at how the wickets have fallen in regular intervals continuously. Just 5 extras have been given away. With that, 69 runs required for Ansell Lanka to win this game. Here's the highlights of the first inning. Aitken Spence won the toss and they decided to bat first. Started off really well. Dinendra Kasturiarachi deposited over Sportylk for a 6. Here's the first wicket. Another top chance. There's a chop down the stumps. It's kept low. And it is absolutely brilliant from Kavisha Sampath. There's the shots played by Sachin Veeraratne, the skipper. He was the only man who showed some resistance against the bowling attack of Ansell Lanka. Here's a prize wicket, Akram Mutalik. It's another beautiful sweep shot played by Sachin Veeraratne. Then again, wickets kept tumbling. Again, Sachin Veeraratne is the only man. Played well. There's a wicket of Sachin Veeraratne. Threw his wicket away and caught behind. And it's a tail end. Deshan Silva cleaned up inning in his third over. 16 overs of cricket of Aitken Spence were bundled out for 68. Ansell Lanka, here's the equation: 69 runs required of 120 deliveries to book their place in the semi-finals. So we'll have a short break and we will be back with the run chase of Ansell Lanka.
We've got tea, bubble tea, gourmet burgers and so much more from 9:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day.
In the heart of Colombo, where at the Mercantile Cricket Association, passion for the game starts young. The MCA Academy welcomes boys and girls under 13, 15 and 17. We go beyond the basics, teaching them leadership, public speaking and the importance of sportsmanship. The MCA Academy, nurturing champions, one game, one lesson at a time.
We've got tea, bubble tea, gourmet burgers and so much more from 9:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day.
In the heart of Colombo, where
Tea, bubble tea, gourmet burgers and so much more from 9:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day.
The chase is on, and I'm afraid it's gonna be a very light one for Ansell. Winning the toss, Aitken Spence didn't do too well. I'm afraid their batting card looks like Banda Aceh after tsunami. All out for 68, and if they are to win this game, there you go, 69 of 120 deliveries with all wickets hand. At this stage, Ansell Lanka the favourites to win this game and move on to semi-finals. It will be interesting to see who will be their opponent if they gets there. Aitken Spence hoping for something miraculous. Won the toss. Wasn't the best start. Apart from one player, skipper scoring 30 plus, the rest just walk back to the pavilion quicker than they walk into the crease. Ansell therefore chasing just 69 to win this game. Should be very light work unless they commit the same mistakes Aitken Spence went on to do. Sahan Harshana, a very strong player, highest of 200 runs, goes to tell you. 400s, if he stays, we will be in for a very, very quick finish. Anyway, I'm not expecting this one to go beyond 12th over. If Harshana stays, I can guarantee it'll be over by the 10th. Delisha, Arunodya, 19 matches, 27 wickets, 4 for 11. Economy is very good, so is the average. So we'll have to do something very, very special for them to stay in the game. 2 slips of scores. They should go on the lookout for wickets. We saw earlier on Ansell Lanka picking up few wickets by bouncing the deliveries outside the off stump. Slip catch being taken. Here's the first ball. Nicely bowled, little bit off shape. Harshana immediately gets off the mark. Very strong player. I can remember during the first game at Colombo University grounds, he played superbly well when things aren't going for them. Deshaun Silva, one of the top players, 503 runs, best of 74. With that strike rate 169, he's the ideal partner for Harshana. Looking strong. Semi-final berth, not too far away. Immediately struck very powerfully. Just maybe not gonna go all the way. Oh, in fact, it went all the way. Credit to the fielder putting up a valiant effort. He put on a chase, put on a dive, but unfortunately, ball somehow found a way to tickle past the boundary. Here's another look. Hot in pursuit, speeding his way up, and he knew he need to put on a slide. By then it was too late. First boundary for Ansell Lanka off the bat of Deshaun Silva. Down the leg side, another run to the total, already 6, and we are in the first over. Only way they could put up a fight is by picking up wickets. Not just one, not just two, a cluster of wicket for them to stay in the hunt. Unless that happens, there can be only one winner, and that, I'm afraid, is Ansell Lanka Private Limited. Ansell Textiles is out of the tournament, and always good to see from the same group another team walking into the semi-final. That should be a boundary. No need to run. Struck well enough off the mid of the bat. Beautiful bat swing as always by Deshaun Silva. Gets another boundary. Already 10 runs off the over. If this continues, this will be over in a hurry. Silva already moved up to 8 with 2 boundaries, and Sahan Harshana just a single delivery. That one too struck well enough. No worries. That was heading only one way, and that was towards the boundary. 12 runs, 14 runs, my goodness. Just about did everything right with the ball in hand. They were excellent in the field apart from few lapses. You expect this in this division. This being Mercantile F division. These players aren't professionals, yet producing outstanding cricket, the likes of Deshaun Silva. He's been among the wickets and also scoring useful runs. Down the leg side, swivel on his back foot. they got protection in the deep fine leg field. They cut that one off, and just a single. 15 runs already, still a delivery to come. Both these batters, based on the way they played during this tournament, very, very aggressive. Likes to get after the bowling, especially against the faster bowlers. One of the players to watch out moving on to the semi-final. He'll be expected to do something very, very special here and be in good form. Well played. Inside edge onto the pads. Good piece of bowling nevertheless. 15 runs off the first over. Very expensive one after first. 15 for no loss.
In the heart of Colombo.
It was a much closer encounter early in the morning, but unfortunately not to be in the second game. 54 needed. Ample time. Got all the wickets in hand, and especially with two batters on the lookout for quick runs, Aitken Spence stands absolutely no chance. The chances of winning this game is out of the window pretty much. Manula Kularatne, I thought, had the opportunity of batting well, but not to be. 72 wickets, 6 for 68. So he's the kind of bowler who could do something special. 3.94 excellent economy, averaging 20.46. Good in swinger. Let the ball come on to you. Almost dragged that one onto the stumps. Manula Kularatne, if needed, someone who's capable of cranking it up. 130 kph. Played for St. Peter's. Very strong performer. Prabhat, fairly comfortable, having picked up few wickets earlier on. Set the tone for Ansell Lanka. They will definitely go on to the semi-final as one of the favourites. That was quick. Just as I mentioned, Kularatne needing to do something out of character. Maybe another 6-wicket haul would do the trick for Aitken Spence. Other than that, you can immediately spot by their body language. They're pretty much down and out, given it up, just maybe hoping that their stay out there in the middle would be a short one. Going for a wild heave. Out of character. Usually a batter prefers to play on the onside. That was in the slot. Manula Kularatne. Good piece of bowling. Bit of pace and bounce. Now if you win the toss and didn't get enough runs on the board, obviously come down to poor planning. Lovely hands. Initially thinking of a single, and the non-striker Sahan Harshana. No is the call. Needing 54 more runs. Required run rate, not even a question. 2.95. Unless, of course, they do terribly bad from here, there can be only one winner. Clearly evident. That's a nice shot. Got his hand on his follow through. Would have been a stunner had it stuck. Must be painful. Struck really well. There you go. Excellent reflexes. Always good to see, even on a losing course, the youngsters performing well. There's always next year, next season, next tournament. Aitken Spence generally done really well in mercantile cricket. They've been in playing mercantile cricket for a long, long period. That's superb. Outswinger catches the outside edge straight to the wicket keeper. He makes no mistakes. And glimpse of hopes for Manula Kularatne and Aitken Spence. Very strong performer. Back in the heart. Excellent piece of bowling. There you go. Pitched in line with the stumps. Maybe a round off stump. Moved away really nicely. Catches the outside edge. One down Deshan Sivla out for 13. Muthalib took a very good catch. Wouldn't be a bad idea bringing in few catching fielders, the likes of Silamidon, a gully, couple of slips, and give the opportunity to your best bowlers. Just go out on the lookout, picking up wickets. Madhushan into the attack for 18, 7 wickets. Bit of an all-rounder, 6.63. I wouldn't mind having another quick bowler from this end and trying out his best, picking up wickets. Madhushan got pretty conventional field set. Off the back foot, cut away but straight to the field and driven on top of it. Here's another boundary. Trying out his footballing skill to no good effect. That one touches the boundary if I'm not mistaken. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah. Tilaka Salgadu spotted that one quite clearly and got the confirmation by the field in the deep. Signal that one a boundary. 19 for 1 now. They got to go on the attack, picking up wickets. That's the only way they'll stand a chance of winning this game. They're not going to win this game by trying to restrict the batters, trying to, bringing in few economical overs. That's not going to happen. Sanjeeva is the new batsman. He's been very good. 79 runs and 350s. Immediately gets it down the ground. Good thing about Ansell Lanka players, with the ball in the field and with the bat in hand, keep things simple. They knew exactly what their capabilities and trusting them to do well in this crunch game, knockout game, do or die game. That pressure eventually make players do weird things. That just may be the case when it comes to Aitken Spence batting. They lost wickets. That's a beautiful shot. For a moment thought he got protection in the deep, looking at the line he deployed, but unfortunately there are no deep fielders. Poor piece of bowling. Short enough. He should have had a fielder down in the deep. 25 for 1 now. They've been very brisk into the third over, already 25, maintaining a hefty run rate. That's good. Came in with the arm, really nicely negotiated. Expensive over nevertheless after 3, 25 for 1. Only one unbeaten team remaining in this tournament so far. 44 runs of 102. There can be, overwhelming favourites at this stage, Ansell Lanka. We have only one unbeaten team remaining in this tournament, and that's HNB Assurance. They will be in action shortly. They're at the Massanutt ground. Very strong looking team. Deep batting lineup, just about all the batters going after the bowling, scoring 200 runs quite easily. Kularatna slightly fuller, punch down the ground. He should have ran a little bit before putting on the dive. On the second occasion, his dive was in vain. Take a look at it. The first boundary, just about the same, trying to speed his way up. Sweet piece of timing by Sujiva. Moves to 5. 2.38. We are in the fourth over. Prodigious bounce. Disconcerting, and Sujiva not the tallest batsman. So he had the opportunity of swinging out of the line of the delivery quite easily. Well done, good piece of cricket. There you go. Things would have been disastrous if he didn't manage to do that. This goes to tell you, batsman with good reflexes and good awareness. A cutter. Pularatna looks like the bowler who got all the ingredients: variation, pace, good in swinger and out swinger, yielding him a wicket. This is the kind of bowler you have, but unfortunately not too many runs on the board. I'm thinking even 130, 140 would have given them a great deal of opportunities to bowl at the opposition, pick up few wickets. Once again, trying to drive that one on the up. Wasn't all that convincing. Disappointing effort with the bat today for Aitken Spence. One of the stronger teams going into pre-quarter final rounds and winning the pre-quarter final quite comfortably. I'm starting to wonder whether they came into this game slightly overconfident, just maybe eyeing too high instead of settling to something around very close to being called wide. Instead of settling to something around 140, maybe 160, they're just probably trying to reach 200 right from the start. They lost wicket earlier on. They just kept going, making same mistakes. That's the reason why they bundled out for 169 runs. 68 runs to be precise. Once again, off the back foot. Wasn't looking all that comfortable. Very good over. 4 done, 29 for 1.
In the heart of Colombo.
40 of 96. Fairly comfortable. It's important going into knockout game with proper planning. We saw that from both the teams early in the morning. Camera LK, McLaren's. They had a plan and they've executed their plans well enough. It was a competitive game of cricket. But unfortunately, this being a quarter final, the viewers who are joining us on Sporty.lk as well as those who are watching here at MCA grounds hoped for a close contest, but unfortunately from two strong teams, Aitken Spence just maybe aiming too high. Nicely played off the back foot, keeping it down, wrist work, gets it into the gap, gets another single. Wayward throw, making two batters considering the possibility of the second run, eventually deciding not to go for it. Sanjeev on 5, Sahan is the aggressor on 11. Dilesh Arunodya already conceded 17 runs. So tall bowler, looks like he got a very strong bowling action as well. This one down the ground, only a single, going for a single-handed pick up, and non-striker was following up little too far. They had the opportunity of coming back for the second run quite easily, needing just 37 runs. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of how many deliveries, how many boundaries. Well bowled and equally well batted. Let the ball come on to you. Played with soft hands, gets it into point region and gets another single. They'll be a very happy side. They must have expected great deal of competition, fighting spirit from Aitken Spence players. But for a strange reason, they just didn't manage to do anything right with the bat in hand, and so far, apart from picking up a wicket. That's a good shot, going for a single. Once again, put on a slide. Fortunately, ball didn't find a way underneath the bat fielder's body. That was the skipper, scoring 31 runs. Batted superbly, unfortunately, no partners. He was watching wickets going down at the other end and eventually deciding to go for boundaries, scoring as many runs as possible by himself. The moment he got out, things started to fall even quicker. Oh, that's lovely piece of timing. Bit of a teaser, skipper deciding, I'll save my energy. Good piece of batting. Excellent. Conventional pace. Sahan Harshan, let the ball come on to you. There you go. Bending his back knee. Lovely piece of batting. Right now, with camera LK going out of the tournament, Ansell Lanka could be one of the favourites. It'll be interesting to see the results of game between HNB and their opponent PABC. They're at the Masonot ground. Well bowled, equally well played. If it's a good ball, you got to give the respect. Fairly decent over under the circumstances. After 5, Ansell looking good, 38 for 1.
Here's the equation, 31 runs required of 90 deliveries. Sajeev and Sahan, the two batters in the middle. Thilina Pereira is brought back into the attack. 11 matches, 29 wickets. It's a genuine wicket taker. 5 wickets hauls. Impressive economy rate and the best bowling, 5 for 56. Another 31 runs. Ansell Lanka. And that's the wickets they're looking for. Sajeeva just pushed the ball. Nowhere near the pitch of the ball. Just pushed at it. And he paid the price. The second wicket goes down. Here's the replay. There's no real feet movement. And a brilliant catch by Thilina Pereira. Very good return catch. The second wicket goes down for Ansell Lanka. 38 for 2. Sajeeva Deshapriya departs for 7. Ansell Lanka 38 for 2. Chasing 69 runs. Another 31 runs away from the semi-final spot. Thilina Pereira came in and straight away took a wicket. Prabhat Dhananjay, a left-hander, walks in. 49 matches, 1,415 runs. 122 is the best. 7 half centuries and 1 century to his name. Skipper of Ansell Lanka bowled really well. And now he has the job to finish things off with the bat. Thilina Pereira. Aitken Spence, on the other hand, has nothing to lose. They need to look for wickets. Can hit it straight to the field. They need to look for wickets. I would like if the captain would bring another slip fielder in or a short leg fielder. Prabhat Dhananjay goes up and above. Goes over mid-off for a half a dozen. He's in a hurry to finish things off. A foolish delivery. Hit it with the spin. A maximum. It's out of here. Very good shot from Prabhat Dhananjay. The intent is clear to finish things off as quick as possible and get to semi-finals. Ansell Lanka, another 25 runs required. comes Tirina Pereira. Slip in place. Try to go for that quick single. The non-striker was not interested. 2 more deliveries remaining in this over. That's a very good delivery. Just spun away from the left-hander. That's where he need to be, Tirina Pereira, to make things happen. Solidly defended, and he went full over. 6 runs and a wicket. Ansell Lanka 44 for 2. 6 overs done.
In the heart of Colombo, where
25 runs required of 84 deliveries. Sahan Harshana. Lahiru Madhushan is into the attack. A left arm orthodox. It's a packed offside field. There's no one at the boundary line. So everyone is inside the circle. It's clear to cut off every possible run. Sahan Harshana walked across the line and goes over deep mid wicket. Another maximum. That's dealing in boundaries here. Ansell Lanka. They want to finish things off in a hurry. Covered the line, took his front leg out of the way and smashed it over deep mid wicket. A brilliant hit from Sahan Harshana. 50 runs for Ansell Lanka. Again short. Look at the bounce. It was a little bit quicker as well from Lahiru Madhushan. A slip in place. Again short. It goes for a single. A left-hander against the left-arm orthodox spinner. This is going to be an interesting battle. Prabhat Dhananjay got off the mark with a 6. Played a beautiful shot with the spin. He's a capable batter. He's excellent against spinners. Even in the pre-quarter finals, he played a very good knock. He played a match-winning knock for Ansell Lanka. Now it's time to clear things up.
in the heart of Colombo.
So 18 of 78, that's the equation. Sahan Harshana comes up against Tirina Pereira. Tirina Pereira bowled a very good first over. A little hint of spin into the right hander. A little bit short. Tirina Pereira is a tall bowler, so you always get that extra bounce. Worked away towards leg side. Another single. Prabhat Dhananjay, skipper of Ansell Lanka, was brilliant as an all-round cricketer, especially in this game. Let's try to glide that ball through short third man. And a very good delivery. Tirina Pereira spinning away from around the wicket. It goes up and above. It drops it. Could have been another one. Just a single. Those catches need to be taken. We never know what's going to happen. Try to go over the bowler's head. Got the elevation, but didn't get the distance. That catch should have been taken, especially at this level. Ken worked away towards leg side. Sahan Harshana. Another 3 runs off the over. A good one from Tirina Pereira. 8 overs done, a 54 for 2, Ansell Lanka. Another 15 runs required for Ansell Lanka. That's Lahiru Madushan, left arm orthodox spinner, into his 3rd over. None for 17 so far. Pretty expensive. And swept fine towards a deep square leg. And easy pickings for the man in form. Sahan Harshan, another boundary. Walked across. Swept it finer. Brilliant execution from Sahan Harshan, the man in form. Another boundary. Cut away straight to the fielder. There's a ring of fielders on the offside. Short 3rd man, backward point, covers and extra covers. Again straight to the fielder. There's no run there. Again goes through the extra cover. Pick the gap nicely. Another boundary. Sahan Harshana. He's in a hurry. The required runs is now down to single digit. Another 7 runs required. Look at that. It's a brilliant shot. No chance for the fielders. Pierce the gap nicely. 2nd boundary of the over. Again goes over mid-on. Another boundary. 2 in a row and 3rd boundary in this over. Sahan Harshana is 37 of 23. He looks really good today. Absolutely fluent. Another 3 runs required. Lahiru Madushan, previous delivery was took on full and deposited over mid-on for another boundary. He's dealing in boundaries here, Sahan Harshana. The outside edge, but straight to short 3rd man. We need to wait for another over. 9 overs done, 66 for 2, Ansell Lanka.
In the heart of Colombo, where dreams...
So another 3 runs required. Comes Tirina Pereira. Prabha Dhananjay. So the ball early was too slow. Was solidly behind it. Slowed it down by Tirina Pereira. This time it's taken. Tried to finish off in a hurry. Prabha Dhananjay, and he goes. He departs for 7. He tried to finish the game. The mid-off up inside the circle. The intention was clear. It was not timed at all. It was a brilliant catch from Nirmal Pereira. And the second wicket for Tirina Pereira. He bowled really well. Prabha Dhananjay, he departs for 7. Ansell Lanka 66 for 3. Patu Mekanayaka. 44 matches, 835 runs, 73 is the highest. 4 half centuries under his name. Comes Tirina Pereira. And that's it. Leg byes. And that's the end of the game. Ansell Lanka booked their place in the semi-finals. It's a comprehensive performance from them. The 7 wickets victory. It's a disappointment for Aitken Spence. They had a very good season, but it all comes to the end in the quarterfinals. And Ansell Lanka, congratulations for them. They played really good cricket. They lost the toss. They had to bowl first. They bowled brilliantly, and the batters got the job done. It's a brilliant overall performance from Ansell Lanka. Won by 7 wickets. It's a comprehensive victory. The teams shaking hands, showing the respect for each other. Here comes the batting performance of Ansell Lanka. Sahan Harshan on top, 37 of 24. And Deshan Silva played a very good cameo, 13 of 10. And the rest of the batters, Sajiva Deshapri and Prabha Dhananjay, got 7 each. And with the 6 extras, they went past the 69 runs target within 10 overs. 70 for 3. Ansell Lanka won the game by 7 wickets. It's a comprehensive victory. Aitken Spence. It's a bowling performance. Tirina Pereira is a pick of the bowlers, 2 for 9. And Manula Kularatne got 1 for 4 as well. It's a brilliant performance with the ball by these two. But that's not enough to challenge Ansell Lanka and defend their 69 runs. It's all done for Aitken Spence. It's a happy day for Ansell Lanka. They're into the semi-finals. There's the highlights of the inning of Ansell Lanka. It's all about getting over the line as early as possible. Deshan Silva, the opener, showed the intent from the ball number 1. They went hard at the very first over. Here's the first wicket, Manula Kularatne. It's a very good delivery. Here are the shots played by Sahan Harshan, the man in form. Took the left arm orthodox spinner. Another beautiful shot into the turf. No chance for the fielder. Here's the second wicket. Tirina Pereira. Very good shot from Prabhat Dhananjaya. The first maximum of the inning. Sahan Harshana has never looked back as well. There's a 3 boundaries hit in the over of Bahiru Madushan. Played very good shots all around the ground. Sahan Harshana. Here's the third wicket. Prabhat Dhananjaya, the skipper, tried to finish the game. And here's a match-winning runs, a match-winning boundary to finish the game off and book their place in the semi-finals. And here's a match summary. Aitken Spence won the toss and decided to bat first, and they were bundled out for 68. Sasi Ratna is the only man who showed the resistance against the Ansell Lanka bowlers, and Sanjeeva Piris took 4 wickets and Deshaun Silva and Prabhat Dhananjaya took 2 wickets each. And in reply, Ansell Lanka 9.3 overs, 70 runs with just losing 3 wickets. Sahan Harshana scored 37. Tirina Pereira got 2 wickets, and Ansell Lanka won the game comprehensively and marched into the semi-finals. And that's a summary of today's game. The second quarter-final happened at MCA grounds. So we had a very eventful day here at Mercantile Cricket Grounds. 2 crucial quarter-finals of Mercantile Cricket Association's 2020 cricket tournament powered by Fairfirst. So I have another crucial quarter-finals coming up tomorrow. So stay tuned with Sporty.lk. Bye-bye.